Yo, hello people. Okay, first things first. To the people who watched my previous Essence farming video, like thank you so much for the support. There was like way too many. There's like so many views, so many subs, like comments, likes. I know I'm just not used to it because my YouTube channel is basically a clips channel. You know, I just use it for archiving. For the most part, I don't really post guides. It's not really my thing. I don't. It's not like I don't like posting them. It's just like it takes work, and that's what this usually my channel is about. It's just something so I can just look in the past and look. Oh right, this is what this happened, that happened. That's cool, but not really for guides. Like I only really expected around 100 views, to be honest, since getting 100 views is already like quite huge for me. Like I had like what 20 subs or so or something, maybe less than that, 10 or whatever. It's usually just my friends who like sub to me, because like I said, like I don't really post anything substantial on my channel. So that's why I really just expected like 10, 50, 100 views or so, maybe 1K if I got lucky. But 24K, man, like 24K is absurd. like I like you know like thank you so much for people who actually viewed it, and especially people who watch it all the way to the end. I know it got way too rambly and shit. Like it's like 42 something minutes or whatever. It shouldn't take that long, but it did end up taking that long. I'm sorry for that once again. But yeah, and like there were like some people who said they got their mage blood in like 2 days or so. Like I'm kind of happy, especially like people who said that they managed to farm like 100 divs or whatever. So were able to make a new build and whatnot. So I'm glad it actually reached out to my target audience, which is mainly the the poorer people. I don't want to say poor, like people who don't. Well, I guess okay, it's fine. The poorer people, like don't people who don't really have like that much currency and that much game knowledge to produce such currency. So yes. Okay, so that's enough babbling. I've already been babbling for a couple of minutes now, so I'm gonna do another simple strat for you guys. It's gonna be an ALVA boss rush strat. So okay, as usual, I have my notes over here. Where is it? Okay, the notepad. The go-to notepad. Okay, so explain the strat. So this strat basically revolves around clearing ALVA or Incursion, and we do the temples, and then we sell the temples and the loot that we can get from it. So that's what it basically does. And this strat mainly revolves around the timeline Scarab. So what is the timeline Scarab? It is. Oh my god, I'm lagging. It's the Scarab over here. So final architect's lane in area will drop an itemized temple, and then itemized temples drop in the area are generated based on current temple layout, but with randomized room tiers. So what exactly does that mean? So if we go here, then we go to Atlas strats, and then oh yeah, for people who were wanting, like some people, there are a lot of people who commented about my loot filters and whatnot. If you want to get my loot filters, you can join the Discord. I'll leave a link down in the description. They're all over. Yeah, they're all over here, and then including the sound packs and whatnot. And there's like instructions for people who have no idea what the hell they're doing. If it's their first time in like incorporating custom sound packs. There's like stuff over here. I have. I'm doing a Discord showcase at this point. Whatever. Like I have like useful third-party links. Like people were asking what was my trade app. This is like Awaken PoE trade. I also use like PoE lurker. There's the POB link and whatnot. Case recipe enhancer. Blah 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 blah. Just like links you will use. And of course, I have my Atlas strats. This is where I just document everything. At least strats that I do want to run or so. Like this is like the essence strat, for example. You know, it's here in text format and whatnot. So yes. So yeah, link will be down in the description if you want to join the Discord, either for more Atlas strats, if you want to ask me more questions, if you want my help, just me coaching you on how to get more dibs, or if you just want the loot filter, it's gonna be down there. Okay. So going back to Time and Scarab, the main thing that we want is Locus of Corruption and Doriani's Institute. So these two are like your main sources of loot. Where is it? Where is it? This one? Oh, this one. Okay. So I think next part of the video now is... Oh, we're gonna go to like temples. Okay. You know what? I can do the temples here. We're gonna show the loot, what you can get. Loot is... Oh, oops, sorry. Locus of Corruption. It needs to be an open room, you should check. So as you can see, it's worth around 1.7, 1.8 divines or so. But I'm kinda guessing a lot of these people are price fixers. Because you can get a lot more if you go on TFT and sell them in bulk. Okay, that's the crucial word. If you want, you have to sell them in bulk. In here, like bulk order wanting to sell. Then you type Locus. As you can see, people are selling Locus for like 1.9 or like 2 divines each or so. So you can also sell them here, or you can sell them on the trade website. It doesn't really matter that much. You could probably get more in bulk if you do a TFT. But trade website also works fine. This is what I use, the trade website, for the most part. So yeah, so we have Locus of Corruption. This is one good temple that we want. And then the other one that we want is Doriani's Institute. Doriani's Institute is not 2 chaos. It's gonna be worth around 100 chaos or around 0.5 divines or so. For like 1 Locus, maybe you can get as much as like 120, 110. Like prices will vary, it just depends on like what the market feels like currently. Or you could get a combination of both Doriani and Locus. Like this one, it says 1.7. I don't believe in this price at all. I think this should be at least around, at least 2 divines, or maybe like 1.8, or because Locus is around 1.7, 1.8 divine. So why is Locus and Doriani also the same price? It doesn't make sense. So that's why I believe you want to put Locus and Doriani at around 2 divs. If it doesn't sell though, then just lower the price, I guess, or whatnot. So yes, that it is. And then what else can you actually get from this map? Check what loot can you expect. So we discussed temples. Ether frag. So showcasing again the we're gonna do Ether instead of doing EXARCH. The main reason is Ether frags are just more expensive than EXARCH. So EXARCH frags, they're worth like, like 115 chaos, or in bulk you can probably only sell these at like 1 divine each maybe. But Screaming Invitations or Ether frags, you can sell these for like 1.5 divines each. Although I think the current going price right now, or the competitive price, is going to be like 1.3. So, you can sell it between like 1.3 or 1.5. It's up to you. Or you just sell them in chaos. But yeah, you want to do Ether instead of EXARCH since they're more expensive. And then maps. Okay, maps. So as here in the Atlas strat, we are taking Synthesis, Shaper Elder Guardians, and Conquerors. So like these are like, for example, these are these maps. Oh, not that one. So these are Conqueror maps, these are Elder Guardian maps, and these are Shaper Guardian maps. So these have a specific price to them. I'm not really sure how much they're gonna cost. Maybe... I'm not sure actually how much they cost. But like the most important thing here is probably gonna be these Conqueror maps. Because these Conqueror maps are gonna be like the most expensive ones. Especially if you... I think each map is gonna... Each map is about like 40 chaos each, like, as you can see. Like each of these maps. Or you could run the map. And then you can even do it scoured. Because like our strat will revolve around scoured maps, mainly to emphasize how easy it is. Of course, you can do alch and go if you want to. There's, you know, you can do alch and go, but you know, I'm just gonna do scoured maps, just you know, once again, to just show how easy these maps are gonna be. Since you know, I'm targeting like the newer players who don't really have that good builds and whatnot. So this is a strat that they could easily do. Anyways, you run these. You can run these, and then you can do them scoured if you want to. So for like you know, so it's like way easier. And then these frags will sell for, let's see, Alhazmin frag. It can sell for around. This one sells for 29. Let's see, Baron's frag. It sells for like 40. Drox's frag. This sells for like 50. Okay. And then the last one is Veritania. This one sells for around 48 or so. So yeah, so you can run these Conqueror maps, and then you can just, you know, you just kill like the Conqueror, get the frag, and then you can sell the frag for more profit. Oh, and we're gonna do run those maps. You do want to check this Maven invitation over here, Maven Witness. So you can do the invitations, like from the bottom right, as you can see, Elder Slayers. Drox is highlighted. I already did Drox. And then you want to do like a Baron, a Veritania, and an Alhazmid map. And then you can fight the invitation. So you fight all 4 of them in an arena, and then you can get more loot that way. But you know, I'm not gonna really discuss that much, since you know, you might need a more competent build to do that compared to ALVA Boss Rush. But I'm just saying that you can do that or you can just sell the frags, you know? You maybe don't care, you do Ether and then just do the map, get the frags, sell the frags. Okay, and then Scarab. So like I did add like this node over here, like final map boss has a chance to drop additional Scarab. Then I have some Scarab nodes and some ambush and harbinger Scarab, since those are expensive. Also cartography risk Scarabs are also expensive. The problem with that is it doesn't really synergize well with scoured maps, because scoured maps have no extra quantity. So if you're really short on points or whatever, you can remove these Scarab nodes over here. They don't really, you know, it doesn't really matter that much. You can remove the Scarab nodes. But if you're gonna alch your maps, then you might want to keep the Scarab nodes, you know. It's just extra loot. And like one Scarab to look out for is gonna be this one, Incursion Scarab of Champions. So this Scarab is actually worth like 22 chaos, and it's even more expensive than the ones we use, which are timeline Scarabs that are 20 chaos. Or you can probably set a buy order for 17, 18, 19 chaos if you're willing to wait. And then the loot that you could get are gonna be these temples. Like I said, you can get 100 chaos for the cheapest one, for just Doriani. For Locus, you can get 1.8, 1.7k, 1.7 divines. Or if you get them both, you can also get like 1.8 to like 2 divines. So that's like the upsides. So not bad for a Scarab that's only cost like 20 chaos. The problem with this though, it is gonna be randomized. And so when it says randomized, let me go again to my thing over here. Like for example, if you get Corruption Chamber on your temple, it can roll between tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3. Which means the itemized temple that this Scarab will drop as soon as you finish the like all 3 alvas, it will randomize this. So the idea is to just get like at least one tier 1 Corruption Chamber, and then you have a 1 out of 3 to get Locus of Corruption, which is 1.7 divs. So that's why this strat can be like quite RNG heavy. We're gonna discuss profits later, but for now, let me just show the Atlas tree, flash it real quick. So we are mainly running Incursion. There's like 4 places over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't count. So yeah. So this will have like 100% chance to run ALVA. So the only Scarab that we need to run is Timeline Scarab. If there is a corruption or gem cutters room. So yes. So whenever you run the map, you do not need to put the Scarab. I repeat, you do not put the Scarab until you see a corruption chamber, or let's say like any corruption room or any gem room. And then the moment you see let me just like the moment you see a gem or locus or corruption room, you go out of the map and then you place a Scarab this time. So the map will simply be go in the map, kill the boss, find the alvas, do the alvas until you see a gem or corruption room. Once a gem or corruption room shows up, you leave the map and then you just put in a timeline Scarab and then you just continue as go. You don't need to full clear the map or anything, because like our maps are gonna be scoured, so there's not gonna be even much loot on them. But our main loot are gonna be the temples. Okay, and then going back, we're gonna do maps. So for map sustain over here, and then I have like the Scarab nodes, like I said, which you can remove. I have the Eater, you just need this one. Like you can go for Rampant Growth if you want to farm Ichors, if you want to, but that's up to you. If you want to like spend if you have some extra points, by the way, you can just spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you can probably increase the pack size or whatnot, but it doesn't really matter because we're just gonna speed run the maps basically. The maps are gonna last for like 1 minute or less or whatever. Maybe not with this build of mine since it's not yet done. And then we have the Guardian maps, you know. So there's like Conqueror, Shaper, Elder, and then Synthesis. And of course we take these one for extra Xana maps. Since T16 Xana maps, they're, you know, you could sell them for, I don't know what price range they go. I think they go for like 30 to 100 chaos each, depending on what map it is. I am not really sure since I do not sell those maps. I just bulk store them somewhere. Like a lot of like, you know, Xana maps are 16.5s. Yeah, are definitely worth something for like higher end strats. Not for this strat though. So okay, where was I? Okay, we did the loot, we did the Atlas tree. So what map do you want to run? So we want to run any T16 map is doable. So, you know, you can do this on any T16 map, but the simpler the layout, the faster you can run the maps, the better. So for that, I will suggest, as usual, City Square, my favorite, Mesa, Dunes, or what you can do is, you can Horizon Orb any T16 map to Canyon. The reason why we want to do Canyon is because Canyon is like the easiest, like normal T16 map. It has like the best layout for it. So Crimson Township, really bad map. Lighthouse, pretty annoying map to run. And then Tower map, it's a bit too long. And then the boss has phases. That's why it's, you know, it might take long. Canyon, you can easily rush. And the reason why I will specify Canyon is the Horizon strat. So if you don't know what the Horizon strat is, you take any random tier 16 map that you don't care about. For example, no, not City Square. Oh, here we go. Crimson Township. We don't like this map. This map sucks. I hate the fucking layout. I hate the boss. I never run this map. I will run it once for completion, and that's about it. So you take Orb of Horizons over here, and then you can click it until it says Canyon. There we go. Now we go Canyon, then we just scour this, I guess, for purposes, so, you know, no mods. And Horizon Orbs are very cheap. Horizons are, you know, 1:4. Very, very cheap. You can even get them 1:5 if you're willing to wait, or 1:6. And that's not like one Horizon Orb for 6 chaos. That's 1 chaos for 4 Horizons. You know, very, very cheap. Very, very useful, especially if you have like a bunch of like dead maps that you don't want to run or so. Hold on. Hold on, I got distracted by Jess. Discord message. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, canon maps, you know? Like any maps you don't care about, any T16 that you don't care about, you turn them into T16 canyons. But of course, I will prefer City Square if you want to. I mean, I've seen people bulk buying, like they were bulk buying T7 City Squares and they were saying about map sustain or whatnot. Like, this is, you can buy them if you want to. They're like 4K each for City Square, or you can just do Canyon, which is like any T16 map and then you just Horizon Orb them. So this is like, you know, if you want sustain, like easy map sustain, just use Canyons. Because the layout is not that bad compared to the other T16 maps or other natural. So the thing with Horizon Orb is, even if it says here, like all of my maps here are tier 16, but Horizon Orb will only follow natural tier 16s. And the way to figure out that is, if you take out all void stones, these are their natural tiers. For example, Ghetto is natural tier 5, Underground Sea is natural tier 10, and then Canyon is natural tier 16. So yeah, I type 16 over here, and then these four maps show up. So I type 15, these here, if you go for example tier 7, like City Square will show up along with the other maps and whatnot. So yes. And of course you want to just put like, you know, as many like City Squares, just so you know, City Square is one of the best maps in the game. So I suggest you run City Square. So profit per hour. Profit per hour is it's up in the air, to be honest, because like I said, it's gonna be RNG because of Timeline Scarab. Timeline Scarab is a 1 out of 3 chance to either hit a good one or hit a bad one. There will be runs where you run 4 maps in a row and not a and then there's a corruption or gem room in there, but not a single one will drop a Locus or Dariani. That can happen. So for that round, you basically just lost money. But if you just keep on going and going, you will eventually, you know, even out and then make a profit. So this is for like more like huge sample sizes. So it can be 10D an hour, it can be 20D an hour, or it can probably even be like 30D an hour or something. Because like I said, these maps will only take maybe 1 to 2 minutes at most. So you can easily run, I don't know, like 20 to 30 maps like per hour or so. But yeah, like ballpark will be 10 to 20 divs an hour. I am not entirely sure. And then now, okay, it's been like 23 minutes. Holy crap. Okay. Okay, now I'm just gonna do... So for people who understood already what they need to do, then you can leave here, but if you want to stay, I'm gonna just do like a quick map showcase of what it feels like to just run these maps. So let me just grab some city squares. So you want... That's not that. Square. Yeah, I'm gonna run them all scoured just because, you know, why the hell not? Oh, I have some essences over here, essence scarabs. Yeah, I was testing this build for essences, you know. It's not yet quite there. And please, if you want a POB for this build, it's an expensive build. I'm gonna leave it to that, okay? Like, it's an expensive build, it's not yet finished. I can leave you Pox's like POB for it. But the one I'm following is gonna be not that one. This one. This is what Pox is currently doing on his build right now. And it's a very expensive version of RF. Because I'm not yet done with the build, and it already costed me... How much? Around 350 divines. And it's not even done. So yeah, it's not a cheap build. This is a build you run if you don't know what to do with your currency. You know? But I mean, it looks cool. It's a way bigger RF circle. So okay. Okay, so we're gonna do Alva Boss Rush, and then for the map device, you just pick this one. The very first one. Oh, and then you don't put a Timeline Scarab immediately. Because we want to wait first what appears on the Alvas. So we just do ALVA boss rush, EXARCH, scoured map, nothing else. Then go. Oh my god, am I lagging? Water, water.
I found a way to
Okay, so there is a gem cutter's room here, and this is one that you want.
A spell cast
Ideally though, if it's connected, if I manage to connect the gem cutter's room, I should just leave the map and then put in a timeline scarab.
I found a way
Okay.
to blaze a trail to the legend.
And then the one that you want to do here is you always want to kill the top architect unless there is unless the bottom one says so you go here, you read the blue text. Alva, shut up please. Alva,
Once there,
can you?
keep the portal open
Alva?
by slitting a few deserving throats.
This is why you get fucking kidnapped in PoE2, man. You know, this is what.
Once we find it, we'll have
Alva.
all the time in the world to collect
Alva.
as many treasures.
Alva,
That's why we need to find
how long are you gonna fucking talk, man?
now. Be careful what you do while you're there.
Oh my god, like,
You make
what is it?
ripples through time.
Fuck you, Alva. Okay, I'm just gonna pause. God damn it, she just stopped. She yaps more than me, man. Fucking Alva. Okay, what was I saying? Alva distracted me. Oh yeah. So this is like the room that you want to see. So you want to look for the descriptions, the blue text over here. You want to read if it says gem rooms or Alva, shut up. God damn it, Alva. So gem rooms or reduce maximum player resistance. If you see that, if it's on your, if it's like if it's lit up like this, then you want to go out of the map and then you put in timeline scarab. Actually no, beat the boss first and then do the timeline scarab. So for this one, we're gonna do this. We're gonna kill the top architect. You always want to kill top architect first. And then we want to connect this room. You press V to open up the map here and it'll pause the game. And then you highlight gem cutters. That means I want to do this door over here. Or you can just highlight the doors. Over here it will tell you which one it connects, or you can highlight the room itself. So we want to do top left, and that will connect to gem cutter's room. Okay. So, nice. And then now we ignore all the other alvas and we just run straight for the boss. If you don't know, for Canyon, the boss will always be at the end of the map. So if it's like this, if your map layout starts here on like the left side, you just run all the way to the right. And then so on and so forth. Okay, let me zoom this back in. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's why this city square, this will be like a lot simpler, but Canyon isn't that bad, you know? You'll just need to run like a bit. Okay, the boss should be over here. Okay, there's one boss over here, and then there's the other boss over here. I'm lagging so hard, man. Okay, there we go. Map complete. You leave the map. Okay, level up your gems. And then if you're gonna look at Alva right now, so hello Alva. So you can see the gem cutter's room is now lit up. This is the time where we use a timeline scarab. So now we're just gonna do city squares, and it's just gonna be simpler. And then once again, we just put quant on it. You don't need to spend chaos. Go in the map. Then we rush the boss. Oh, I forgot to pick up my flasks. Alright, 0 DPS build. Okay, you check if there is corruption. If there's no corruption, you always kill top architect. And then you want to connect it to as many rooms as possible. Or like to connect it to as much unconnected rooms. Like for example, antechamber. You can connect it to gem cutter's workshop, for example, Alva shut up please. or you can connect it
Every
here,
new
but it's not
incursion
needed, you know.
changes this map of mine.
But at least you want to connect it here
With enough
to
under our
antechamber.
belt, perhaps
Okay.
time to go.
God, Alva talks way too much, man. Like, what the actual fuck? Okay, here, let's see if we can find the key.
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Where's the key? No key? What the fuck? No key. Oh, there's the key. Okay, then we connect it to antechamber, so it's a lot, you know, it's a lot simpler. Then we go
Good
next
job,
map.
Exile.
So many gems leveling up. Oh yeah, for altars, you can just pick like any Eldritch minions, you know. They're not really a big part of the strat, but you know, you can get like, for example, this one, Chaos Orb, Chaos Altar. You can get like a few Chaos Orbs here. If you just click on the, I'm very unlucky. No Chaos Orbs.
Ah,
Okay,
there
we
you
check
are.
here.
Ready to
Poisonous
revisit
plants.
the
This one's the one you want.
The more you
Reduce
kill, the
maximum
more you
player
change my
resistances.
map.
Like the one,
And
this
the
one.
closer we get to
Reduce
finding
maximum
the
player resistances. This is the good map, you know? Like this is the 1.7 divine map. A 1.7 divine temple rather. And we are guaranteed a roll
Time
using
to
the
go.
timeline scarab again. It's gonna be randomized between corruption, catalyst, or locus. You know? But at least we have a chance to get locus. Okay, top room. And once you kill the architect, if it's connected already, for example, this one's connected, you can choose to connect it here or here, but you don't need to. If you don't feel like it, then you can just leave and then
Good
go
job,
next.
Exile.
Now they're...
Do so love a good
Okay, that's too... Maybe my volume's a bit too loud. Okay. We do the last temple. Looking for the last temple. Oh, there we go. The Chaos Altar finally worked. Oh, this one's the last ALVA. Okay.
Ah, there
Okay,
you
this
are.
one...
Ready to revisit
Like, we want to do top room,
The
as
more
always.
you kill, the more
Like,
you
if...
change my map.
if there's no gem cutter's room or corruption chamber, just do top room.
In the time to go.
And the reason for that is is it this one? It's this one. Like killing resident architects. Residents means the top room. It will. Oh no, it's this one. Like. Wait, which one is it? Ah, it's this one. Like killing non-resident architects has a 40% chance to add an upgrade tier to the surviving architect's room, which means like basically this tier 1 can go into tier 3. And the reason why you want to get it into tier 3 is because once you get tier 3 rooms, you can't roll them anymore, which means you have higher chances to get gem cutters or corruption chambers. So you can get you can make a natural tier 3 map. Okay, let's go. Okay, okay, that one. Let's just try to look for a key. There's a key. Disconnected somewhere. I hope this connects. Where does this connect? It connects to a room. Okay, good enough. But you don't really need to connect it if you don't want to. The only things you really care about connecting is gem cutters and corruption. Okay, all 3 temples were done. And then now, because of the Scarab, it will now drop an itemized temple. And then you look at this. You can just use Awaken PoE trade. You can control D. Or you can just look at the rooms. You're looking for Locus of Corruption. And you're looking for Dorian's Institute. So, Locus of Corruption, tier 3, 1.7 divines. There we go, profit. Then you leave the map. And then you go next map with ALVA. So, like I said, this is the Incursion Timeline Scarab. It will randomize it. What we normally had was a tier 1 room from Corruption Chamber, but the one that we had, that one we got from the Timeline Scarab is a Locus of Corruption, which is tier 3. So, you know, that is why we use the Scarab. We're basically gambling. But you'll get it more often than not though. Okay, now I'm just gonna speed through the map since I've pretty much explained what we need to do. So I'm just gonna try to go as fast as I can, just to like do like a full map showcase. I keep forgetting to turn on my fast fan. That's something I'm gonna have to use to on this build. Oh my god, 0 DPS. There you go. Yeah, Scriptorium map. You can turn this into a canyon map, you know? Because Scriptorium is a pretty bad layout. Using... Okay.
There you are.
Yeah.
Ready. It's time.
Kill, get out. I won't even bother connecting to that room since I have the rooms I want connected already.
There you are.
This one, same.
Let's go. Greeting.
Oh, well, like one thing that you can also look out for, I guess, is this one, like I said earlier, the Nexus room, you know? It can help you get, for example, this is only tier 2, and it's connected here. It will turn like the final room into a locus, the ones that you collect from ALVA. But for the most part, you know, you can just ignore it. You don't want to pay attention to it. Okay, room's done, you get out. I told you, very simple maps. I'm so slow. I'm a mage blood.
You only get one first impression. Try not to ruin it.
Okay, there we go. I'm lagging so hard, man. Oh, there we go. We got corruption room.
Ready to revisit.
So we're gonna split top architect,
You kill.
and this will have a chance, a 50% chance to evolve into a tier 3 room. From tier 1, it can go to tier 3.
Time to go.
There we go. Architect killed. Get out of the map, and then wait for the itemized temple. Let's see if there's Locust or Doriani. This one does not have anything. So if you price check here, it doesn't have anything. So oh well, sucks to be you. Like what you can do is you can leave this over here since it's not really worth anything, or you can keep them for some weird reason. Like I have guild members who keep their unused. Yeah, I mean, look at my guild, man. They just stash tabulous. Like, what the hell? Or you can, I don't know. They're keeping all of the useless rooms in here. They want to fill up the whole tab. Okay, next map. I can only like yeah, very easy maps, you know. Like very easy. I think I need one more city square. I'm doing them scoured since, you know, like you see how fast I'm clearing the maps anyways. I don't really care about like much loot, and I'm also on a like I said, like a very strict filter, so I don't really see a lot of loot. Yeah. Shore map, you can turn this into canyon if you want to. Once again. Okay, now you see this was a tier 1 room earlier. But the 50% chance triggered, and now we have a locus corruption, which means we have a guaranteed 1.7 and another 1.7, so that's like 3.4 divines already within a very short period of time.
I don't deal in introductions.
Okay, yeah, okay, go. Oh, there's a key. Might as well connect it since it dropped. Okay, kill the boss. Kill the architect over here. Where can I connect it? And connect it down here. Then we go next. Okay. Hello, Alva. Please stop yapping.
There you are. Hello.
Oh.
It's time.
So yeah, this is the one that you could get the upgrades 1 adjacent room and connected upgrades 1 random adjacent connected room, but it is not close to either locus or gem cutters, so you can just ignore it. Okay, just kill that one, then get out, find the last one. This was the last one.
There you are. It's time.
Kill top architect again. One kill top architect. Okay, and then leave. I told you, very simple maps. Very, very simple maps.
Good job.
And then now we're gonna see if we either rolled Locust or Doriani. It's a 1 out of 3 for both. This one we hit absolutely fucking nothing. No Locust or Doriani. Oh well, into the guild tab we go. Oh, you need to be like kinda aware of how many temples you have left. Wait, not this one. So you can check Alva over here. He has 2 more incursions left, 2 more temples left. So we do 1 more. Okay, the video is already like 40 minutes long at this point, but you know, I have an excuse this time. I'm doing like, you know, like a full map showcase. And the build does no damage, so it takes forever. Oh, there we go, like incandescent. I am stupid. I didn't take ether. Okay, don't follow me and take like you want to put why was I doing ether? Because I was doing essences earlier, right? You want to put, okay, don't follow me. Put it on ether. Don't put it on EXARCH. What the fuck? No wonder I got a chaos altar earlier. That was weird. Okay, 2 more rooms.
Time to go.
Okay, kill top architect. Then get
You
out.
are nothing.
Where's my damage? Hello. I forgot to turn on RF, I think. You know, my whole build is about RF and I don't have RF. So, yes, I do 0 damage. An RF player forgets to turn off RF, of course. Okay, there we go. Last temple. Oh, there we go. Gem cutters. You might have a 50% chance to get a Locust Doriani. Let's see what happens. Let's see if you get lucky. The 50% chance will trigger. There we go. I won't even bother connecting. This is the last temple. Then you wait for the itemized temple. There we go. Did we get Locust or Doriani? We got Locust. So the the Apex of Ascension doesn't really matter. You only look for Locus of Corruption, another 1.7 dims. Okay, we leave the map. And then, this is very important. You need to go to ALVA after all of the after whether you got, oh, we got Doriani. Very good. We hit the 1 out of 3. You need to take the temple. It will take it, and then this will make a new temple, basically, like a new randomized layout. Like if you don't take the itemized temple over here, you will not spawn Alva. You need to take out the temple before you can spawn Alva again. I repeat, you need to take out the temple to spawn Alva. If you're gonna go in the comments later and then, you know, you try to do the strat and then you're gonna complain like Alva's not showing on my maps, what's going on? Is my map bugged? No. It's because you did not take out the temple. I repeat again, you need to take out the temple, whether it's a good temple or a bad temple. You need to take it out, and it needs to says 12 incursions again, so you can reset. So, okay. So, for those, we basically have 3 temples we could sell. This one is Locust Doriani, probably will sell for like 1.8 or like I said, 2 divines. And then this one, we got, you know, 1.7 for Locust, so let's do some computation. So 1.7, let's just do times 3. For simple, we made 5 divines. 5 divines, and it costed us how many scarabs? Like 4 scarabs. So 4 times 20. So it cost like 80 chaos or so. No, like 4 times 20, it's like 4 times 20. There you go. Like 80 chaos to run it. It took us around, you know, like something around 10 minutes or so, I think. It could have been 10 minutes if I wasn't blabbing around, if you already know what I was doing. So if we extrapolate that and then use the same kind of, if you try to make like a rough currency estimate, so it's gonna cost us, so times 6. So we do 4 times 6 if we get lucky on the rooms. Like I said, you only, for example, this one, you check ALVA. If there is no open connected, it needs to be connected. If there's no connected gem room or corruption room, do not put a scarab in. You do not put. What you do here is you just run your next map, and then you just keep on going until you see a gem or corruption room, and then you immediately leave the map, and then that's when you put in the scarab. I wonder if it gets a bit confusing. I'll probably do another too long didn't watch thing later. What am I doing? I got distracted. Right? Oh yeah, we're competing for... Okay, so 24 times... How much is the Scarab? 20? So it's gonna cost you maybe 480? It might not cost you this much because you might not use that many timeline Scarabs if you get unlucky and you can't get any corruption or gem room. So, you know. But we're just doing a rough estimate. So 480 chaos. And then, what was our divine profit earlier? 5.1 times... 5.1 if you get lucky, which you probably won't. But okay, but let's say assuming you do get lucky. So you do 5.1 times a total of 6, 30.6. That's why I said you can easily get 30 divines an hour if you get lucky. But if you get unlucky, it's 10 divs an hour. So 30.6, and then we extrapolate this into chaos. So times 215 minus the cost, which is like 480. Then we bring it back to divines. It's gonna be 28 divines an hour, I guess, if you get lucky. You know, like I said, it's gonna be pretty RNG dependent. It can roll from 10 to 20 to 28 to 30. It just really depends on your RNG and if you get like good tempo layouts. But that's about it. This is like 47 minutes ready. Okay, I hope you learned something. If you have like any more questions, feel free to like leave in the comment. If you want to join the Discord for my loot filters or like a written guide of my Atlas strats, you know, I'll leave a link down in the description, and that's about it, you know. All right, bye bye.